sorry for starting a little late today. Let's see, hold on a second. Let me raise this just a little. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I wasn't happy there for a second. Can't have that, right? Got to be happy. Let's see, do I have everything set up today? The mic on. Yep. Got sound. Got it. Oh my gosh. Do I actually? Oh, nope. There is something I forgot. Okay. No, I got it. Hope, I think. It's always got to be something I forget one way or another. There we go. Okay. All right. Woo. I almost wasn't going to stream today. Let me explain to you why. Not that anybody's here to listen yet, but, you know, I got to keep talking in case someone pops in. So I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. My dog woke me up in the middle of the night because I had to go to the bathroom, and it was hard for me to get back to sleep after that. So I maybe got like 4.5 hours sleep, I think. Maybe 5. Oh, is this tilted? I think so. There we go. Okay. Maybe 5. I'm not really sure. But I'm tired. I tried to catch a nap, but there's a bunch of construction going on around here. You might hear it in the background every now and then. I hope I've got the gain set right so it doesn't pick it up. We'll find out. But yeah. But I'm pushing forward. I was going to cancel, but I'm trying to get out of that habit. Canceling when I'm just not feeling Even if I just stream for an hour, at least I did it. You know what I mean? That's how I got to look at it. It's better to do something than nothing. You know, it's better to put one foot on the path than to stand still. So that's what I be doing. Oh, stretch. All stiff. Went to the dermatologist yesterday. Everything's going great. There's my cat, Daphne, Queen Daphne, back there. She decides she's going to say hi, I guess. She lives back there, apparently. Sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, say hi to Daphne. Saw a dermatologist yesterday. Went to a new restaurant with my girlfriend yesterday. And it was okay. A place called Crave, some Asian fusion place. And I had a sandwich, which was okay. I like a chicken sandwich. It was okay. It wasn't nothing spectacular. I thought it was a little mid, you know. My girlfriend got some garlic pasta with some kind of Korean fried chicken dish. It was okay. My daughter got the loaded French fries. And which is like French fries with Gobi beef and a Szechuan kind of, I guess, sauce on it or something. I don't know what it was, but she said it was really good. So, and I know Tam wants to go back there because she wants to try just their Korean fried chicken. So maybe I'll get the fries, the loaded fries next time. I don't know. It was okay. It was okay. Called Crave. It was okay. I wasn't blown away by it. That's all I'm saying. Prices were fair. I wasn't blown away by it by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I didn't go, whoa, okay, yeah, I want to keep coming back here. Actually, what I'm craving right now is pho. I wish I had some pho. That too. I haven't had pho for like 2 weeks. I feel like I'm going through withdrawals. Want some pho? Toy mon pho. Probably get some this weekend. It's Thursday, yeah. my girlfriend will probably pick it up for me on Saturday or Sunday when she goes to see her mom. At least if I convince her to, she will. Pho is life. I love pho, man. Let me tell you. If you haven't had it, it's a Vietnamese noodle soup, and it is ladicious, seditious, and delicious. Gotta keep hydrated. I am thirsty. I'm a thirsty boy. Yeah, so what else is going on? I'm toying. I don't even know why. Look, here's the thing. I'm toying with the idea of dual booting my laptop between Windows and Linux. Probably Mint or Ubuntu or something like that. Why? Honestly, I don't need to. I like playing around with Linux. I have Linux on my old laptop. The only thing it really does for me, I guess it would give me a little bit more control that I probably wouldn't use. And like a way to stick the middle finger at Microsoft kind of thing, you know. But like as it is right now, there's really no advantage for me. Switch to Linux. I mean, I usually switch to Linux when my laptops get old and they don't want to support Windows anymore. Linux is a great system. Don't get me wrong. It's fantastic. It's glad it's there. I wish it was more popular. I wish it had more people into it, but really the majority of the people that are into Linux are, you know, more advanced users. Although I will say this. My dad was into Linux. And he was by no means an advanced computer user, but he learned because he was tired of dealing with Windows and he wanted, you know, to learn how to use Linux. So he taught himself line commands. This is like 15 years ago. I don't know if he still uses Linux or not. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But it's kind of like a maverick thing, you know. And the only reason I would keep a dual boot is so that if I want to play my games, I can do that because it's hard to do on Windows. Not hard to do on Windows. I mean on Linux. Like if you have Steam, there's a lot of games you can play on Steam on Linux. But there's not a lot of games on PC games that are designed for Linux. Although a lot of those games are probably written in Linux. I don't know. Backbone or something. I don't know. So, yeah, why am I toying with the idea? Because, like I said, that rebel in me, it's that side of me that wants to give the middle finger to Microsoft. Other than that, I don't know really why I would. I don't really need to. I put a thread up on, a post, I should say, up on Mastodon a couple days ago. Just asking people what they thought the advantage of Linux over Windows was for the average user. And the majority of the people gave, answers that were more to why they like Linux, right? Which was no ads, not having to deal with ads, and which I never get ads in Windows. I guess they meant in the browser. Use a uOrigin or something. Use a ad blocker. I don't know what to tell you. And customizability, being able to control exactly what works, what doesn't, when it does, not having a lot of bloatware, not having a lot of, services running in the background that you probably don't need, that kind of thing. And those two reasons are good reasons. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm there with it. But I don't know if the average user really cares about those things enough to learn how to use Linux. To learn like the differences and how to make it run and how to set it up the way they need to set it up. And if they're a gamer, then no, it's not going to work unless all their games are on Steam and all those Steam games happen to be able to run on Linux as well. So I don't know if a lot of the answers were geared towards the average user. And a couple of people kind of also pointed that out. There was a couple of people in the thread that pointed out that some of the answers weren't really what would, are something that the average user would be into enough to overcome the hurdle of learning the system. If that makes any sense. And not that it's like a really hard thing to learn. Linux isn't difficult to learn. It's not too different from Windows. It's just a slight difference in how things operate and how things run. I find, like most people, you show them after a couple of days, they get it. You might have to coach them along the way, but they start to get it. So it's not something the average person can't learn, but it is a hurdle. It is something to overcome in order to use the system and set it up the way they want it to. And I don't think customizability and no ads is necessarily going to attract the average person. So yeah, it would just be something for me to do. Honestly, it would just be like a hobby kind of thing. Hey, let's run Linux and see if we can get Linux running really good on here too. Because I don't use a lot of space. I have let's see. On this hard drive, I'll tell you right now, I have okay, so I have capacity is 900 what? No, I'm sorry, a terabyte basically. And I'm only using 400 gigabytes. I have 551. So I have more than half of my hard drive, free. I think like Mint is only like 60 gigs or something like that. I think. So I got tons of room on the hard drive. It's not an issue. Space. And I don't save a lot on the hard drive. Like the important stuff I always save to like some kind of cloud backup. Either my iCloud backup or my Google Drive backup. I have Google Fiber here at the house, so they give you like a shit ton of, like I think 2 terabytes or something like that of Google Drive storage, which I gobble up. Hey, why not? Yeah, so I don't have a big reason to switch to Linux. Windows is working fine. It would just be something to occupy my time with, really. I don't know what the advantage for me would be. Other than, everything runs fine on Windows 11 for me. Why would I do that? I don't know. Bored. Honestly. Straight up lack of whatever. I don't know. You tell me what would be a good reason to switch. Love to hear it. Nothing against it. Don't know if I need it right now. Anyway. So there's that. Deal with that. Still haven't found a table and a chair for my bedroom that I can use to stream from. Wish I could, but I have not. And I wouldn't have the money to buy it right now as it is. That's another thing. Sadly enough. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I got nothing else. Honestly. That's really it. That's yeah. Like I said, I'm running on empty today because I'm tired, and you know how hard it is to get the focus when you're tired. Oh, yeah, that's that. I think if there's anything else. Since Tuesday, I mean, last 2 days, not a lot has happened. And, you know me, I'm not going to comment on politics or religion. Too divisive. I mean, I got my opinions, but, you know, I've gotten to that point in my life where I don't know if everybody needs to hear my opinions on everything. You know, some opinions I'll just keep to myself. I don't think I need to add to the noise. You know, so yeah. I would say this though. I will say this though. Be careful what you pay attention to and why you're paying attention to it. You know, just be careful what you pay attention to and why you're paying attention to it. That's all I'll say about that. I don't know if that's being cryptic or what have you. And I'm not trying to be, but you know, just yeah. Yeah, ask yourself. You know, let's put it like this: this is not the first conflict that's gone on in the world in the last year. There have been other conflicts and atrocities that have gone on around the world. Places that we may not have the best relationships with. That's all I'm saying. Ask yourself, you know, why this is more important than those other things. Then ask yourself why your attention is being driven to it. I'm not talking conspiracy or anything like that. I'm just saying be careful. Be careful what you pay attention to and understand why you're paying attention to it. That's all I'm really saying. That's all I got to say about that. Oh, yeah, just sorry, stretching and yawning. Oh, I feel so stiff for some reason. I don't know if it's like the cold weather at night or what it is, but I've just been stiff. It's supposed to be warm this week, around the mid to high 80s. Okay, it's not too bad. You know, it's comfortable. I can deal with that. I think I'd like to get out of the house this weekend. Do something fun. You know. Oh, you know what? See, it sucks when you want things and you have no money. I need to get a case for my iPad. I haven't gotten one yet. I don't want to spend the money. Who wants to buy me a case for my iPad? Let me know. Feel free to chip in. Here's a link right down there. I mean, let's think. I know it's hard today. It's a struggle today for me to do this. I'll be honest with you, just because I'm so tired. It's hard to. I just bit the inside of my cheek. Ouch. Hard to focus on any one thing. I got lots of things going on in my mind. It's hard to grab any one thought. And so I just tend to. It's this weird thing I experience with ADHD sometimes. Because, like, people don't realize. So with ADHD, people assume that you have all these thoughts going on in your head all over the place. It's jumping back and forth. It's you're making all these neural connections, and that's true. There is a lot of things going on in my head. But sometimes it becomes so overwhelming in my head that I almost become paralyzed and do nothing. Like no thoughts. Like it's like I'm observing the stream of cacophony of thoughts going around, but I'm just the observer. Right? And I'm not connected to it. I'm disassociated from it in some way. And so I'll be like blank. You know, sometimes they'll call it lost in thought. Not, oh, that's kind of what I am. I get lost in all those thoughts. And it's like having no thought at all. It's weird. I don't know how to adequately explain it. But it's like being overwhelmed with so many thoughts that it's almost the same as having no thought. That makes, any sense. Think of it like if there were so many stars in the sky at night that the sky was just white, that you couldn't see the individual stars. That's a lot of the times what happens with my head because of my brain, because of my ADHD. And I will just sit there with no thought, just like blank out. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I just did. So when I get tired, that gets even worse. That gets even more like, oh my God, it's a struggle. Like that. I get even more overwhelmed by my thoughts. And my brain just wants to go to that shut off kind of position. It just goes, nope, not today. I see Prairie Dog over on Mastodon said he listed in for a while. I think Mint is a good Linux distro to mess around with. Yeah, Prairie Dog, I would agree. That's usually my go-to. Mint is, in fact, I'm going to reply to him right now. Mint is my go-to for Linux. There we go. So yeah, I would agree with that assessment. I think that is a true. That as far as Linux goes, Mint is my go-to. I just find it's less bloat, a little easier to learn for most people. Works great on older laptops. A small footprint. Mint is usually what I default to for Linux. I agree with Prairie Dog there. What he said was definitely true. So, see, I just lost my train of thought just now. Like I was thinking something and I totally lost it. Oh, it's a struggle. If there were more people in here to talk to, it wouldn't be so bad. But if I don't keep showing up, I'm not going to have people to talk to. Because that's how that works. It's kind of this hard thing to start when you're trying to start a live stream whose main, whose purpose is to talk to people, share stories with people, and to do that, you have to stream and talk to no one for a while so that people will come in and show interest. But they're not showing interest in the concept because the concept can't really come to fruition until there are people here. So what they see when they come in is me talking to myself without a guest. Sometimes I have a guest, and that's great. People grasp it at that point, and that's why I have, this thing, Ask How to Be a Guest. For people who would like to come in and talk to me. And even that goes through a process. I got to verify them, that kind of thing. Make sure, they're not trolling me and getting on here going to say something dumb or rude. So rude. But yeah, so that makes it kind of difficult to get this thing going. But no excuses. I'm here Tuesdays. I'm here Thursdays. Might even be here tomorrow. I'm going to start doing some weekend streams outside of the house. going somewhere, doing things, that kind of thing. It would be sitting at a park or sitting at a open air mall or something like that. What's up, Taco Bandit King? Did I say that right? Taco Bandit King 2. Okay, so, my obvious question is, what did you do with Taco Bandit King 1? What happened to that poor person? What did you do to them? Why did you take their place? He just randomly disappeared. That happens. It can happen. How you doing today? I hope you're having a good day today, and I hope this is opportunity for you to have a better day if not. But I am doing better than some, not as good as others, just kind of hanging out, hoping some people will come in. How about you, Taco? Where are you from? What part of the world are you watching me from right now? I always like to ask that question first. Part of the world are you hailing from? And then, when you've answered that question, tell me, I would like to know, what are you passionate about these days? What are you really into? Any hobbies? What are you, or something like that? Like, what really, gets you excited to do things? Follow me? You live in Minnesota. I lived in Minnesota for a short time back in the, I guess, late 80s. Back in the before time, I lived in Marshall, right next to Fargo, and I say Moorhead, right next to Fargo, and Marshall. Yeah, those are the two places I lived in for about 6 months each time. Was Moorhead and Marshall. Marshall's just this small town in Minnesota, close to, I guess, the South Dakota. Or, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's been a while. But, yeah, Minnesota's nice. It's cold there in the winter, but yeah, Minnesota's cool. So you say you're passionate about hunting video games and sharks. So I'm gonna assume those aren't all the same thing. So you're not playing hunting video games about catching sharks, are you? Because that would be a cool thing. So hunting, video games, and sharks. Okay, not a lot of sharks in Minnesota, I would assume. But yeah, sharks can be cool. They can be fun. And yeah, I play a lot of it. I just got through playing an hour of GTA 5 before I started live streaming on my PS5. So I'm into video games too. That's fun. Well, it's good, man. Those are good things to be into. They make you happy and they bring you joy, and you're being responsible. What am I into? Well, live streaming, obviously. I like doing this, trying to kind of get this going once again. It's a long story. I've been live streaming for 5 or 6 years, but pretty much have stopped. I've killed my live streaming within the last 3 years or 2 years, because of COVID and all that stuff. Just things went to hell. And I just kind of stopped streaming regularly. But I'm trying to stream regularly. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays regularly now. So that's one thing I'm into. I'm also, into video games. I love playing video games. I enjoy managing my social media accounts, especially Mastodon. I've got a really good following there, about 3,800 followers. So I'm enjoying that. That's I get a lot of engagement there, and it's fun. I don't get out a lot because I like have arthritis in both my knees, and I just had surgery on one of my knees where I had it replaced. So I'm still like building up strength. Like I'm hoping I can get out this weekend, but I just haven't gotten out a lot lately. But if I did, I would be like going out talking to people, maybe live streaming it and trying to get the stories from people about how their days are going. You know, the whole concept of this channel is basically, or I should say this live stream, is about, you know, not the things that divide us. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion here. We talk about the things that we all have in common. We talk about the things that we all enjoy. We talk about the things that don't divide us, because there's just so much divisiveness out there these days. One of the things I would like to do is be able to go out, maybe go to a park or go to like an open air mall or something like that, and talk to people about, you know, those things. Talk about the things that bring us all together. Talk about the things that bring us joy. Like I have this idea in my head that I would like to go up to people and just ask them, you know, what brings you joy in your life, right? What brings you joy? And I think the answers would be interesting to hear and to listen to, you know? Taco says, yeah, that'd be good. I've had surgery on my right knee, and that'd be cool. Oh, you had surgery on your right knee? Oh, yeah, though my knee replacement surgery was one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. And thank you for following Taco Bandit. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had it like in July, end of June, beginning of July, something like that, I think. Yeah, no. Yeah, somewhere. It's been a few months. One of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life. I mean, like my first experience waking up after surgery was hearing myself yelling in pain. Like I was like, I didn't recognize it was me until I was more conscious. You get what I'm saying? And then they send me home with like really low grade painkillers. And then they screw up, my doctor's office screws up my getting me adequate physical therapy. So, and then I went into a really bad depression because of the anesthesia for the first 2.5, 3, almost 3 weeks after my surgery, with like a really hard depression. Luckily, you know, I have the tools to deal with that. I know how to handle it. But it took me like 2.5 weeks to really get to that point where I could. So yeah, it was just a really bad experience for me. I'm supposed to get the right knee done like soon, but I really don't know if I'm going to be honest with you. Taco says, yeah, I've had my kneecap lowered down because it was sitting too high, but I can't imagine getting it replaced. Yeah, it's weird. I wasn't prepared for a lot of things about it. You know, I basically, you know, I don't know if they do the same thing with lowering your kneecap, but for what, like, without going too much graphic detail, basically, if you think of your knee here, right, like here's your knee, here's your thigh, you know, here's your calf, right below it, or you know, below your knee. And what they'd have to do is they have to cut the muscles in your thigh here and down below, because they have to cut a line straight down, and then they open it up, and that's where they do the surgery. Right? They cut off both ends of the bone, basically, put some connector thingy on it, and that becomes your new knee. And then they sew you back up, and there you go. I don't know if your knee replacement, or not replacement, lowering your kneecap was the same thing. But yeah, it was not fun. I would not recommend it. Let's put it that way. I mean, you know, there's people, don't get me wrong, there's people who've had it and done it, and maybe it was just because of my anesthesiologist. I think maybe if I'd had a better one, it would have been fine. I hate my doctor's office. You know, so I'm going to probably find a new a surgeon to do my other knee if I ever do get it done. Oh, I need some space and time from it. Taco says they put screws and put donor muscles, but they cut my patella to put it down. Oof. Yeah, it probably sounds like it wasn't any fun for you either. It is. It was not fun. And you know, let me say something, Taco. I don't know if you caught what I was saying earlier. If I seem a little slow today, I got like 4.5 hours sleep last night. So I am kind of a bit frazzled. It's hard for me to focus, but I'm really trying hard to follow through with my commitment to come in live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if I lose my train of thought, or if it seems like I'm talking like really slow and not connecting thoughts and what have you, just please forgive me and be understanding. Taco says, no, I'm a big boy, so hard to sit in vehicles with that, and you're all good to use work night shit. I get it. Yeah. Definitely. Hey, Taco, will you give me one moment? I got to take care of something. I will be right back. Hang in there. Okay, sorry about that. Just gotta take care of something really fast. Anyway. Yeah, so that was not fun. That's what I'm saying. Oh, did I mess up my camera? I think I did a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to get past that. It'll be a while before I have surgery again. And it's not something I would necessarily say I'm looking forward to, you know what I mean? But yeah. I'm just tired. What was I gonna say? I was gonna ask you a question about something. I forgot what it was. I don't know. Talking about video games, 2 games I decided I'm going to wait for them to go on sale. Is Spider-Man 2 and the new Assassin's Creed game. This is going to be the first time I wait for the Assassin's Creed game, I think. Just because finances, and I heard this is kind of a short game for Assassin's Creed. And I have this whole thing about like my justification for buying video games, right? I've explained it before to other people. I'll explain it to you. See if you agree with this, if you can follow my logic here, my reasoning. So I enjoy going to the movies. A movie can cost you $20 to see so that's $20 worth of entertainment, and you get around, on average, 2 hours of entertainment, right? So $10 an hour, if you want to think of it that way. Sometimes you get a movie that's longer and you get better value, right? Okay. So a video game at $60 an hour that gives you, let's say, anywhere from 50 to 100 hours of gameplay is a huge value. That's a fantastic value, right? Mathematically speaking, if 2 hours is worth $20 to you and you're paying 60 and you're getting 90 or anywhere from 50 to 90 hours of gameplay with it, that's a return of value that's huge. So that's why I'm big with video games, right? That's why I really, really value video games. I enjoy playing video games and what have you. But if I find out that a game is only like anywhere from 20 to 50 hours to play, then my willingness to pay full price for it drops at that point. I'm not willing to pay full price for a game who's only gives me half of the value of what I get from other games at full price. Does that make sense? So I found out that Spider-Man 2 is a short game and that Assassin's Creed is going to be a short game. So I'm probably, going to wait until January or the beginning of February for them to go on sale. Because that's when they'll go on sale. They'll have a sale in January or February. They always do every year for the PS5. And they put their flagship games that they wanted people to buy a PS5 kind of thing for Christmas. They'll put those games on sale. And usually it's like the first week of February or something like that. So I might wait then to buy the game. Taco says, yeah, I get it like a buffet. You got to get your money's worth. Yeah, exactly. You got to get the value returned back to you, And so that's why when it comes to like the Assassin's Creed game, I hear it's only like 25 hours, I think, something like that. A lot. I don't want to pay full price, which is different for me because I usually I bought in all of the Assassin's Creed games right when they come out. Like first day I would go and buy it because I was just a big fan of the franchise. Weird question. How tall are you? 6'1", Taco. 6'1". Why do you ask? Do I seem like small because I'm on a big chair? This is a big chair. It's like a couch chair. I seem like a little kid. Is that it? Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a big chair. I have to live stream in my living room. I kind of have a unique setup. What I use to live stream. Yeah, it is essentially what I have, and I can kind of try to describe it because I can't really show it to you. I can't move the camera. I don't want to move the camera. What I have is it's a kind of like a rolling desk, right? Which, it's like a platform. It's usually the kind you use to like slide under a bed or over on a couch or something like that. It's a rolling desk. Laptop desk. It's got a table for my laptop that pivots, and then it's got a flat part to the side that sits, right? And you can roll it around, move it around. And to this, I have attached 1, 2, 3, 4 arms. And like I have an iPad over here, over on this side, which has 2, like my YouTube. I'm viewing YouTube and Twitch. And then over here, I have an iPad that I use to view PeerTube and to control my stream, right? To move to different things. And then I have 2 more arms, both articulated, which means they kind of move. One that has my mic, it holds my mic here, and it goes up and back towards the back. Then I want to have one that goes above my laptop that holds the camera, which is right here, right? And then behind that, I have like a ring light, which you can kind of see if I go like this with my glasses, you can see it reflected in my glasses. Behind me is a green screen. And the reason I have this set up is because I don't have a room to myself in the house. I live in a condo and only has 2 rooms, and I share one and not a lot of space, in my bedroom. And to set up something, although I'm working on something right now. So I take space in the living room to live stream, and it needs to be something that I can like move to the side and collapse quickly and and when we have company and guests and, things like that. And so it works well for me. It 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 took a couple of years to like assemble and put together, but it's a good way to. I think it's a unique setup, and it I'm losing my train of thought. I think it's a unique setup, and it works well. I'm trying to figure out something to do for my living room, not my living room, in my bedroom, because I would like to start live streaming once or twice a week at night, like after 6 p.m. Like right now, it's almost 3. So like I'm imagining something between 6 and 8 p.m. I think I would probably get more attention and more people in here than, let's say, when I'm live streaming like right now, midday. So to do that, I can't really use the living room at night. Some nights I could, but there would be like 2 weeks out of the month where I couldn't, because we have a friend who lives in Canada but works for 10 days. He has an office down here in California, and he comes down for 10 days once a month, and we rent out our couch to him basically for next to nothing. And it's a pull-out bed couch, that kind of thing. So, 2 weeks out of the month, I wouldn't be able to live stream from my bedroom. So I have to set up live stream from the living room. So I would have to set up something in my bedroom. It would have to be small and compact, but not noticeably that way. And I could do that, but I don't have the finances right now for the chair or the table that I would need to get to do it. So I might just build it myself or work on something else. Yeah, can you tell this is my hobby? Yeah. You'd think I'd be more successful at it. I used to be. I at one time I had like an average of 25, people at any point in the chat. But this is a tale as old as time. You take your eye off the ball for whatever reason, and you lose what you had. My problem was I stopped streaming at regular intervals, regular times. And I skipped a lot, and I kept making excuses and, what have you. And it was at a time where live streaming was becoming oversaturated with people during the pandemic. So view counts went down, 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 and down, and down for everybody, and I just took it poorly. And my attitude was kind of, well, if no one's going to watch, I'm not going to stream. What's the point? That kind of thing. But that was a bad attitude to have. And I'm trying to shake that attitude. So I've been like really trying hard Tuesdays and Thursdays to make sure that I do. Even when I'm dead tired like I am today. The thing is, I don't drink caffeine. This is water, man. It's not like I can take a Coke or a coffee. And it's not for any other reason than I used to drink a shit ton of caffeine. But I stopped drinking sodas about, how long ago? I want to say 17 years ago, maybe longer. Can't remember exactly when, but I just stopped drinking sodas, and never really drank coffee, never really liked the taste of coffee. In fact, I have a theory that no one likes the taste of coffee. That's why all the coffee shops put everything you want in the coffee, to get rid of the coffee flavor. Put chocolate in your coffee to get rid of the coffee flavor, the bitterness, right? But all sorts of sweeteners and stuff like that. I'm losing my train of thought again. Jesus, just totally derailed myself. I am tired, man. I am sorry. See, I go off on a tangent. I lose my train of thought. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, well. That's what you get when you get a tired funk, man. I totally derailed my own train of thought, and I cannot even recall what I was talking about right now. But whatever. Yeah, live streaming. I enjoy doing it. I was talking about. Oh, and I remember like having a regular schedule to have people in. So what happens when you don't have a regular schedule is that people just stop watching you. And so that's what happened to me. But now I'm trying to pick it up, bring it back up, do something new with it, have fun with it. And it's just kind of like a creative form of expression for me, I guess you could say. That makes any sense. But I did it, right? I did it. I'm here. I showed up. That's what counts, man. That's what counts. The yeah, I'm fading. I'm like, the worst thing is I only got 4.5 hours sleep last night, but I only had one good night's sleep in the last week. So, yeah, I'm a bit sleep deprived to begin with. And so then getting less sleep last night just kind of like made it worse. Those are all just excuses. Oh, I know. Tam and I, my girlfriend, we finally finished the first season of the One Piece anime. So we got past the first 50 episodes. I think it's 50, 56 episodes, something like that. And we're both enjoying it. It's good. It's fun. We started watching it together because we enjoyed the One Piece live action. So we just started the One Piece anime, and I don't know when we'll ever finish it because it's so long. But we've been catching about like, I want to say 3 episodes on average a night. Something like that. Because they're only like, really, the episodes are like 15 minutes, something like that. Not really that long. Once you get past the intro and the recap, then you have the middle part, which is the actual show. And then you have the outro and the credits, right? The meat of it is really only maybe about 15 to 17 minutes. Maybe. So we can watch like 4 episodes in an hour, pretty easily, usually 3 or 4. It's fun. You want to know how big my feet is because I have trouble finding boots and shoes? This is kind of getting weird here, Taco. This is getting into OnlyFans territory here, buddy. Yeah, you want to start talking about my feet? No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing with you. I don't fucking know what my shoe size is. 11, I think. Well, yeah, 6 foot's average for a guy for 6'1". Average shoe size for my height, basically. Best way to get to know someone is to ask the weird questions. I can't fault you that, man. That's sound reasoning. But yeah, 6'1". I think I wear like a 11. I usually wear my shoes a half size bigger. On average, I don't like. I'm probably more of a 10.5 if I'm my exact shoe size. I wear an 11 because my feet spread when I walk, and I don't like to have my feet like my toes spread when I walk, right? And I don't like to have them like squished in. So what I do is I usually buy skater shoes, which usually are wider, and then I buy them like usually a half size bigger so that I have all that space to walk in, to spread my toes when I walk. Oh, you're 6'6" and wear a size 16. Yeah, you got me beat there, man. I am not that tall, 6'1". It's been a while since I measured myself. Maybe I'm shrinking. Who knows? But yeah. My problem is finding hats. Like I used to love hats, but always had a problem finding them. So a long time ago, I had this really great hat collection because I had to, when it's hard to find the right hat size, you become very selective with what hats you buy, you know, because there's not a big selection to begin with. So you want to make sure that you're not just buying something because it fits. So I used to have this beautiful hat collection. Like I had about a dozen hats. Someone stole them. I think they stole them and sold them. I think it was one of my relatives, stole my hats and some comic books. And this is when I was like 23, let's say 22, something like that. Yeah, sold my hats, stole some rare comic books that I had. Never was able to prove it, but I think it was someone in my family who needed money for whatever reason. Taco says, yeah, definitely I get to get going, but I'll be back later, man. Really enjoyed talking, getting to know you. Thank you very much, Taco Bandit King, too. I hope you return soon. Thank you for visiting with us, and have a good day, man. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. Thank you for the follow as well. I don't know how much longer I'm going to hang around here myself. Usually I go for about 90 minutes to 2 hours, but because I'm so tired today, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. So, like, right now, I could stop anytime in the next 30 minutes. Who knows? Just tired. But, move forward. I was talking about Linux earlier. Prairie Dog from Mastodon said people are talking a lot now about Pop OS, but I've not tried that. Looks trendy. Yeah, I remember hearing about it. But I don't think I've ever used it. I remember hearing about it a couple of years ago, but who knows how far it's come or what's done. Kind of thing. What do you want, Dax? My dog is coming up to me. Sorry. Hit his head. He said, scratch my nose. Stop. Make sure he does not pacing. He needs to go out or something. He's bored. Usually, if he has to go out, he'll stare at me. Come on, motherfucker, let's go. He ain't doing that, so I think he's fine. Sorry, just see what he's gonna do. He's gonna go lay down, or might have to take him out. I think he's fine. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna quit. I think I'm done for the day. I'm gonna stop early just because I'm so tired. But I'm glad I could show up. Hey, I made a new follower. That's wonderful. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you're watching, I might be back tomorrow if I can get some sleep. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. And do me a favor. Between now and the next time I see you, go out and create a little kindness. Right? Do something nice for someone. It doesn't have to be anything big. Small gesture of kindness. Just help someone carry a bag. Give someone a deserved compliment. So do something like that. It'll make their day a little bit better. Make yours a little bit better as well. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Have a great day.